Yo, 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 yo. Yeah, let me just do this, and here we go. Let's go. Perfection. Hey, people, welcome. Hey, Nemesis. Hey, Timothy. Hey, L. Hey, Goliath. Hey, KG. Hey, Unlucky. 6767 where? Hey, Eric. Yo, yo. Have you been making IC progress? Hey, Rohita. Hey, Jeffrey. Yo, yo. Hey, Rafia. DJ. Hey, Fandra. Hey, Ann. Hey, Phoenix. There's a lot of you. Hey, Artist. Yo, yo. Hey, Rafia. How are you guys doing? Okay, I just remembered before starting to get to 190 white, so we can do some crafting again. I should have, yeah, we still have like 600 dust. I haven't been doing a whole lot of farming. We might be getting to 1.2 million today, which should happen. And Nemesis promised that 1.2 million is a DCD IQ staff, so we'll see. We'll see if he's correct or not. Hey, Calypso, yo, 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 yo. Hello, my fellow SD member. I need to learn to pronounce it. Saudade? Is that even close? Hey, Jack. Hey, Artis. But yeah, we will start with crafting again, and then we can. I'm gonna do. Let's see if I have hotkeys set up so we can do a Warmog Dragon. There we go. Hey, Nick Star. I'm your real subscriber. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I love all the real subscribers. How you doing? Your DC IQ staff is in NVL? What do you mean? It must be in SD. Just Kali said it. That's even worse. Hey, Camp, how you doing? I mean, I can call it Saudade. That's pretty close, right? But I guess this Saudade or something like that should be pretty much the real way to pronounce it. Just a bot. You're a good bot, Nemesis. You're a good bot. Hey, Arvox, did you get time out in the Discord again? I maybe noticed something like that. Sadudu. Many names for the dear child. Bogo GM, it's all good, it's all good. I promise you get the DC IQ staff, thank you, let's go, I can't wait. I can't, Calypso hates me. Yeah, you only got like, what, 11 trillion hours or something like that, and it's not a bad timeout. I'm sure you can handle it. Hey, Gio. My day is great, how's your day? Thank you very much for asking. Golden Streak is scaled with your wave level. Yes, it gives you... It varies a bit, so... I think around, like, 47 times your wave level whenever you are paid out. So 47 times your total wave. It scales with your wave level, yes. Shoshit's Guild? That's a nice one. That's a nice one. So yeah, it is the very first season for the Saudade guild family. And yeah, the guys are going crazy. The guys are going absolutely crazy. I am in the second guild because my predicted waves were not enough for the main guild, so I'm in the second one. But it's the first season for both of these, all of the Saudade SD guilds. It's, I swear, eventually I'll learn. I'll learn. SD is fine. Hey Yusuf, how you doing? I hate how the guild icon looks like you aren't in a guild. I guess that was pretty much the like. It's what the people wanted. It's what the people wanted, and we go with that. But it kind of looks like that, yes. Until you get used to it. It's a difference from the Sayonara. Sayonara is holding in top 10 currently. Which is still a nice thing to see. But there is a new leader on top of the leaderboard. And we plan on being here for a long time. At least I do. Saudade. That's pretty nice. Okay, let's shall we craft first? So I made a new command. Let's see if this works. And you can also apply the Saudade if you want to through our Discord as well. Okay, it works. The bot just gives them in a weird order again. Wow, thank you, bot. Seasonal leaderboard. Oh, nice. Let's go, SD. Let's go. I'm from Finland. The SD command should give the Discord link to join. So now join the Discord and apply for the guilds if you want to join. So I think every person pronounces it in a different way. There's so many SDs in the leaderboard. So many. Holy crap. STD. No. It's not hard to pronounce. I'm Portuguese. Ah. Hey Maruda, yo, how's it going? But yeah, okay, let's craft first. So we'll be doing weapons again. I need to get this thing started. Like I feel like, I feel like I'm in some sort of a, I don't know, bubble, and things are just not live yet. I get why name was chosen, but did really no one try to say the word before it was picked? Of course, I'm sure everyone did, and I think everyone says it in a different way. I mean, it doesn't even matter. It's a text-based game, basically. There's no voice chat in the game, so we don't have to pronounce it in the game anyway, so it's fine. And we don't have to pronounce it in the Discord anyway, so it's just the SD. In Finnish, I would say Saudade, so that's also pretty nice, right? Hey, Justin. Welcome. We are getting there. I feel sorry for you getting downgraded as a YouTuber. What's that? Hey, Kia Gray. Yo. Hey, Velvet. Okay, let's do a couple of crafts. I need to finish this coffee. We are not gonna be keeping this. Oh, I'm happy to hear that your build is running now. That's nice. That's real nice. Crit chance, chain lightning. This would be a pretty decent hammer for Thor, except the perfect gold is just completely useless. Still top 10 in the gamble. I'm not sure if... freaking Mimic. I'm not exactly sure, Airvox, if that is something you should be proud of. You know? But hey, good for you. Good for you and your addiction. Oh, we got the CD item. Let's go. Yeah. Not something we need. Will the new hero be a poison hammer user? Do I need that? And because is useless for that. Can you show the account of Cloudnut? So there will be the next checkup video about Cloudnut coming out tomorrow. So in less than 24 hours it will be out. Maybe in 20 hours or so. So make sure to watch it. I go through Bone Dragon build. And of course the way build changes I've been maybe making and so on. It's also very important video, so I hope you all watch it at least once or twice, or maybe 3 times if you have the chance. Okay, that's a CD. We are not keeping it though because I have enough of those. Like, if it's a perfect CD, of course I want that, but something like that. Damn. Should I save it? Keep. I will use you as a white noise for taking a nap. Oh boy. Yeah, of course there is a chance that this will be useful. The area skill damage roll is a bit sad. It will be better if the CDE, that's true. The area skill damage roll is a bit sad. But it's a double crit chance, area skill damage, bow. Let's keep it. Okay. I have to write it down. No. There we go. There we go. Yeah, if the new hero is an area skill damage user and reasonably good to be used, then that might just find use in my build. I'm not sure if I have many saved ASD bows. I think I have one at least saved up, but I don't have that many. Because they until now, at least, we don't know. We don't know yet for sure, but like, right now in the game, you don't do anything with the bow with the area skill damage line. Knockback slow lightning damage with the bonus gold. I don't need this. Yeah, let me do these couple of crafts. We have 3 left. We have 3 left. Let's see if we... That's another CDE. 2 CDE items out from 10 crafts. That's really nice. Damage, crit damage, +1 summon. I think I have to keep this, yeah. As Camp says, 4 out of 4 potential. Like, if we get summon meta again as a damage dealer, CDE item like this is practically perfect one. So, I mean, even if I don't have use for it right now, necessarily, there's no reason to not keep this. Let's just hope it doesn't mean that I'm in my max inventory capacity. We have at least 1 space, so that's nice. That's nice. That was a nice one. I need to write that down as well. I'm just writing it as CDE staff, I guess. I guess. This one, not so much. Okay, 1 more. 2 keeps already? Yeah, that's pretty good start. Not that that's a DCIQ staff, but it's a good start. 2 mimics though, also to balance that out, which is a little bit unfortunate. But yeah, it seems for the starters, the new guild brings us a luck, and of course we can do some bone dragon hunting today because we at least have the skill leveled. I'm gonna ignore Kampf in the chat right now. Let's see how many we can keep on before the end of the stream. But okay, so yeah, honestly, like, I'm not sure where to start with this situation. I'm sure there's a lot of people who are already aware, maybe about everything, maybe about some parts of it, and so on. But for those, first of all, who don't know, someone asked if I'm gonna be in a new guild permanently. Yes, I am planning to be in Saudade SD for a long time. I need to practice that in front of a mirror. Yeah, I plan on doing it. I will be in the main guild for the next season, possibly. It depends how many fast people we have being in the main guild for the next season or not. But yeah, this is hopefully something you will see a lot more in the future as well. It's the very first season for all the guilds in our guild family, and this is also the reason why you see Sayonara in here right now in just 9th place, which you are probably used to be seeing in number 1, number 3, maybe in number 3, and so on. As well, if you take a look at the Sayonara trophies, there's a lot of top 3 trophies, top 2, top 1 trophies. So this is a new change. Sayonara. Start at the beginning of Sayonara. Well, it all started. It was I can't recall the weather of that day, but it all started years ago when me and my friend, Asperden, we were waving in Hellfire. We had been waving in Hellfire Guild, which was the predecessor of Sayonara for a while, and then As asked me to create a new guild, name it Sayonara, and I created it. I handed it over to him, and then I had a break from the game, and while I was having a break, Sayonara became the top guild because people moved from Hellfire to Sayonara. And I guess, long story short, this is the same thing, except people are moving from Sayonara to Saudade. Saudade. SD. That's, I guess. So that's the same thing. Essentially, it's like the idea is the same. No, I did not create Hellfire. No, Hellfire existed when I started playing. I'm not sure if it was created around the same time or if it already existed by the time I started, but it was quite a lot of, like, I had quite a lot of influence in making Hellfire to be a top guild at the time. I wasn't the only one, of course, and guild is never just one person, but we did a lot of work to make Hellfire to become a top competing guild over the time. But I did physically create this guild. I did physically create this one and hand it over to Asperden. I never was in here with my main account at the time, but I created it with an alt account at the time. Where was I? But yeah, so time passes, things changes, some things change for the better, some things for the worse, and sometimes a new beginning is needed. You should ask for it back. I have no desire to ask for it back. And like, to be honest, I had even forgotten about that I created it before As reminded me about it. And I found our DMs in Discord. They are still there. But yeah. That was shortly before I went on my break. This is gonna be a really long explanation. I'm not really sure where this is going. But for now, a lot of people, well, basically everyone in SD guilds are from Sayonara. So people move from Sayonara to SD. Why is the next question, I suppose. Why not stay in Sayonara? And I'm sure people have different reasons. And of course, everyone should be able to tell their own part if they want to. I can only speak from my perspective, so I might get something wrong and so on. If you're here expecting some sort of an insane drama, people fighting tooth and nail, cursing each other to the lowest abyss and so on, I don't think that's what is going on, at least. Like, as far as I know, no one leaving Sayonara to create SD is leaving because of hatred, because of resentment, because of anything negative in that way. The reason mainly is, well, there's some sort of disagreements within the especially some of the older member of Sayonara. I'm not gonna be saying names because I don't think that's a part of that really belongs in here. It belongs in the Sayonara chats, and those people can say it. But yeah, a lot of people who have been playing the game for a while have probably been aware that Sayonara has pretty much had a reputation of, maybe I can do some of Bone while I'm explaining, a reputation of being an isolated island type of a guild, like a place where people gatekeep information, from everyone else, where people like a closed community in a way, rather than an open community towards each other. And I think that has changed over time. I think, well, it's from my perspective. I've been in Sayonara for over 3 years, but I think it has changed for the better over time, for sure. And a lot of that is due to people like Spider, for example, putting in a lot of effort into creating the place more open and bringing those changes, making the adaptation between the newer generation of players and the older generation to be like a possible thing. But there's only so much of that can happen. And even you should make a full video fully explaining. I was thinking about that. I haven't really been thinking about it too much yet. Like right now, I don't really know, honestly, too much what to say. There's not a huge drama. So yeah, but yeah. So yeah, there's just some things that maybe when something is too, I don't even know how to say it in English, and like something is so big and so old, it's already like the roots are deep, and change is not an easy thing. And when there's people trying to bar you from doing those changes, it gets really difficult over time. So at this point, the easiest thing to do and the most reasonable thing to do to be able to create a more open, player-friendly community is to go and create a fresh start. Just like in the way when people left from Hellfire because there was some fighting in between the guild and this agreement to create a new place, a chill place where they could have fun. And that's the same thing right now. Creating a fresh start so things can change more easily and hopefully for the better as well. Big enough for drama to split one of the oldest guilds in half? Yeah. As for my personal reason, like people probably have different reasons of moving. Some move because of their friends are moving. Some move maybe because they are not content in being Sayonara, like the way things are run, for example, or maybe they are not liking certain persons or person. But personally, my reason of leaving is, like, first of all, I want to say, like, I have, and I think everyone else is pretty much feeling the same. I don't have any ill feelings towards Sayonara. I absolutely cherish all the time I have spent in there, and I have enjoyed being part of Sayonara for over 3 years. Almost 20 million waves. I joined when I had between 600 and 700,000 waves. I joined Sayonara, and I've been there ever since. And now I'm at 20.4 million. And I have no regrets. I have only good memories of being a Sayonara. But for me, the biggest reason moving with the other people is that the people who I look up to most, who I want to spend my time most with, and who I like to follow, are moving. So even though Sayonara was a great place, Sayonara was a home, at the end of the day, it's just a place. And it's the people that makes it your home, you know? And when the people are moving, then I'm moving as well. That is my biggest reason. I don't have personal beef with anyone. Hopefully, at least on my behalf. If someone who is remaining in Sayonara absolutely hates me for leaving, let's chat. I hope that's not the case. But it's just, I want to move with the people that I want to play with most. Why did you join Saudade 2? I did not get kicked out of Sayonara, I left on my own will. We are just going through that, so I think you need to rewind like the last 10 minutes and rewatch this explanation, which is really well planned, well rehearsed, going back and forth. And what the heck is this piece of a shit item? Oh my god. You can have personal beef with me? No, thank you. I'd rather not. I would rather not. Yeah, Sayonara did not get disbanded. There are people still, of course, waving Sayonara. Time will tell if Sayonara will be able to compete with the top spots again or not. This is the first season, and well, like right now it looks like they are in top 10. But what will happen in the next few seasons, I think that will be an interesting thing to see. Let's destroy this shitty item. But as we can see, for example, since we are used to seeing Sayonara at the top, there's enough people to hold it in top 10 for now, but we'll see. Again, I have nothing against Sayonara staying in the top guild if they can be a top guild. I have nothing against Sayonara. Of course, I want SD to be a little bit more successful though. So we are gonna put in a hell of a fight, no matter what happens. And for everyone who is in SD and watching, is I want to say it's an absolute pleasure to be in the new guild or set of guilds with you guys. And again, for those who might wanna apply to join us, either for the top guild or maybe a lower guild, you can do it through our Discord server. I will link it in the chat. Are there more sub guilds for Saudade? Yes, Saudade. SD. How many do we have right now? Yeah, it's basically same thing as for Sayonara. So there's the main guild and there's the second guild and so on. And if we have more people coming in, of course, I guess more will be created. But I want to say that I'm not managing the guild, just like in Sayonara. I'm not doing the part. There's the people doing the absolute hard work, creating the Discord server, creating the guild, managing everything. And I'm not part of that, so I can't take any kind of credit of that. And I'm really glad the people are doing it, because it's hard work. And I'm really happy they are doing it. History repeated itself. It's, yeah, I guess some things just come to full circle. It wasn't exactly a thing I was planning for this summer, but here we are. No hard feelings, I hope. Who is the leader of Hellfire? Hellfire is like an rest guild for Sayonara right now. So it's Bams Alt who is currently the leader of Sayonara, or of Hellfire. And do I have... No, I had an alt in here at some point, but I don't have that in here anymore. But yeah, Hellfire doesn't exist. It's a dead guild. It's a dead guild. It's a relic of the past. I don't have 10-20 minutes game speed in the shop. What should I do? Quite a lot of times for me, just restarting the game helps. So just completely close the game and restart it and see if you get it back. If you don't, then you can try resetting your advertisement setting in your phone. If you go to your phone settings and your Google settings, you should find your advertisement ID somewhere in there. If you reset that, that might help. Or just restart the whole device or something like that. How can I farm gold fast? I would recommend not to farm gold fast. What wave are you? Arslan, what is your wave level? My bone defense? My bone defense is 1.19 million. So we are trying to get to 1.2 million today. Skill duration guild. I missed that. That's a nice. That's a nice one. Hey Joshua, thank you very much. Saudade. Is that close? That's pretty much what the Google Translate says, I guess. And some other version says Saudade. I think that's pretty much easier. Sausage. Yeah, I did farm quite a lot. Or like, I just have this personal. The only thing I have a personal beef with is this goddamn bone dragon. I want the staff. I want the DC Daiku staff. I'm not stopping before I get that. And yeah, honestly, I was completely sure I was gonna get it before 1 million defense, as I was planning on stopping farming at 1 million defense exactly, but yeah. I think you can just, like, the easiest way to pronounce the name is to refer to that top 1 guild. And everyone knows what it is, right? Should I... Maybe I should make some sort of a video about it. Maybe I should plan it a little bit as to what to say and when to say it. Like, I have no idea. So people who listen to that whole explanation, that mess of an explanation we just went through, what would you like to know more? Want to race? Absolutely. Pajama. Absolutely, I want to race. What rules? Same rules as last time? Yeah, that works for me. I'm just gonna write a comment. There we go. I'm gonna pin that. There we go. So same rules as usually. 5L items or 4E items. If you wanna race Farm Dragon with me, either Bone Dragon or the Saint Dragon, the first one to get 5L or 4E items as a drop from Dragon wins. So whenever you get a drop, you write the amount of drops you have in the chat. So when you get the first one, you write 1 and so on. The first one to hit the limit wins. And everyone who wants to join is welcome to join. Okay? It's at least me and Artist. Who else wanna join? Let me add what's add first. Okay, we'll wait for a second. I'm gonna do an XP dungeon. Greetings to Thailand. How is life going in there? I visited your country a couple of times. It's a wonderful, wonderful, lovely place. Do you use macros? No. Misoi, macros will get you banned in the game. So I do not use macros, and no one should be using macros. Trust me, they will get you eventually banned. Okay. You're able to farm as a dragon. Hey, you just need to be lucky 5 times in a row and that's it. Okay. Let's go in 3, 2, 1, go. Hey Dylan. Hey. Oh, have a good night, my friend. Sorry for the a bit later start than usually. Thank you for stopping by though. And what did I miss? I was supposed to answer something. What wave is Cloud Nacho now? Cloud Nacho is around 860,000 waves. There will be a new Cloud Nacho video coming out tomorrow. It is also a sponsored video, so if you have the time, I would absolutely love if you check the video out. There will also be a link in the description of that video, and I would also appreciate a lot if you click the link. It costs you nothing if you don't want to, but it will help me tremendously. But yeah, otherwise it will be a Cloud Nacho checkup video. And let's just say we are pretty much ready to slowly start the Bone Dragon farming streams on Cloud Nacho. It's not that fast yet, but I think we can manage soon enough. Yeah, Misoi, I'm gonna link you a video that goes through the hotkeys, which are allowed. So as long as you use, like I played partly with my keyboard, so as long as it's one keyboard button taps the screen once, so one tap, one action on screen, that you can use. So for example, I pressed 3 different key buttons to start the battle like this. And then I play with my mouse. I use spacebar to cast Chrono as well. But anything that's automated, if you press one button and it does the entire fight for you, that's gonna get you banned. It's your TA almost 1 million levels higher. I wanna get them to an even number soon as well. They are peak units. Also, history goes through a full circle in there. In the beginning, everyone was using Town Archers because it was basically the only viable strategy. And then they became bad. First one for me, by the way. And now they are pretty much the strongest unit in the game again. So history repeats itself in cycles, and that's the same thing for Sayonara and SD as well. Yeah, I think Callie is more versed in being able to actually tell about the drama part. Yeah. But still, what I want to say is no one leaves Sayonara because they hate Sayonara. Or if someone does, name me one person who left because they hate Sayonara as the guild. Of course, things have been, you know, building up over a long period of time because we are talking about an extremely old and big guild. Which wave did you start dragon farming? Which dragon, Giap? Bone Dragon? Bone Dragon farming is around 800-900,000 waves. It's starting to be fast enough to be farmable, usually. 1 million would be a safe bet to start. Oh, 2L, let's go, Justin. There's 1L for artist. There's 2 E's for me. Nice. Crit chance, physical damage, flying damage, MP recovery. I guess with a better line I could keep it, but no. Callie, do you want to join voice and tell your part about the Sayonara drama? Because to be honest, I haven't been part of much of that, if you can... What of that you can call an actual drama. Yes, there was... yeah. I guess you could say it's mainly towards one person's inability to change. It's one of the biggest reasons. Live drama probably isn't a good idea. That's also probably true. Oh, nothing, Callie. People are just, of course, asking more details about Sayonara. And I gave my horrible explanation. Like my part of it. 3L, let's go. Don't you dare cast the Mimic Chance Curse. I will curse you 10 times over. The drama has 3 characters called Royal 3. Not nice, bro. That's 3 versus 1. Oh, 3 for me. 3. Well, that's a dragon build video. I will go through the dragon build, what it currently is like in the next video, which will be out tomorrow. I don't have time to do everything. Oh boy. To be honest, like because I wasn't exactly at the center of like the things that went down. I don't think I'm even the correct person to really go through everything. Although I understand people probably expect to hear it from me on this channel, so I'll see if I can do a more proper explanation video. It's good to buy the heroes immediately in the 208,000 waves. Yes, if you want to keep playing the game and you can afford a little bit of money, it's a permanent purchase. It will help you now and forever. And when you buy that, I would also recommend buying the Golden Horn as well. Thank you, Airbox. Good luck and see you gambling next time as well. Yes, Jason, it's good to buy it right now. And if you buy the 13th slot, also buy the Golden Horn as well. Legendary Dragon is going to be easily farmable around 90,000 to 100,000 waves. At that point, it should be super easy peasy. Hey, Madok! Yo. How's it going? But I think the interesting thing will be to see how things develop from here. At what spot will Sayonara remain, or will it remain? And how high we can keep on competing in SD. Man, I wish I had my staff already so I could focus on actually waving. Actually being in a main guild for once. And actually contributing a lot to the guild. Sayonara will be replaced by Sayonara. It's a horrible name. Nothing ever happens. Well, like I said, I hope it will bring more open community. Because the main reason I'm playing is for the community. And I want no personal beef with anyone. I want no drama with anyone. I desire no drama. I just want to do my thing and chill and have fun. How to kill Legend Dragon? I would recommend you get to like 56,000 waves before that happens. And hey, how's this race going? What the heck? Justin has 3L and I have 3E. Are we in the lead? History will repeat itself. Well, not all change is for the bad. And just because something ends, it doesn't mean it was a mistake or it shouldn't have happened, right? But like, just some things sometimes need to change for new things to happen. For there to be room for new things to grow. You get the E-items by only farming and crafting. So when you farm, you get E-items, you destroy them for 3 dust, and then when you have enough dust, you can craft more E-items. But yeah, I don't get them from boxes. You can get them from boxes, but I don't buy boxes. Oh, 4L. Yeah, yikes. So, 1L away. I'm 1E away. Well, most importantly, I want beta. I want that update. More than anything. 6,000 pink dust, that is a lot. How do you plan on going with that? That's a lot of crystals you need to farm for that. If I can kill bonus 750,000 waves, I'll donate to you if I appreciate that. You don't need to do so if you can't, of course. You should be able to kill Bone Dragon at 750,000 waves, yes. One thing that will help you is to have enough healing, and to have enough healing, you most likely want to start from the physical path for your Dark Elf. And yeah, you can also see the skill tree for that in the new video tomorrow. 5L? Sorry. I'm not completely awake, it seems. All this drama that I'm gatekeeping is distracting me. Congratulations, let's go. Let's go. We need... Is that... Oops, maybe not there. That looks a little bit... That's better. Congratulations. GG's. That was a long first race. Justin, you almost did it. Yeah, you had a crazy start. Do you want to go again? Absolutely, you can join the next race. Absolutely. 1 keep out of 4 items is a nice one. My Brazilian friend asked me who I'm rooting for in the World Cup. And? Okay, let's go again. Same rules. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. 5 minutes left is enough. Just get 5 drops. You can do it. Trust me. From the perspective of others, if people in chat right now, like if you have been playing for a couple of years at least, has your image of Sayonara as a guild, if you have not been part of Sayonara especially, has it changed over time? Because I think, like, yeah, a lot of people used to, I guess you could say, hate Sayonara as well, just because the way things were handled. Like, gatekeeping information, build stuff, and stuff like that. But I think that has changed for the better over time. Am I delusional in those thoughts? Because people have been trying to work on that. It just wasn't enough. It didn't cut it. And then there was this 1v3, I guess the drama part of it. Yeah, Kelly, I of course I've been thinking about making a video, like my personal statement about it, but I'm not exactly, I haven't been at the center of the drama part so much. I'm not sure if I can go through it properly. I'm not even sure if it should be gone through properly. People want juicy drama news, but does it really help anyone? How many waves you are? I am currently at 20,459,698 waves. How about you? Legendary Dragon, the first kills are usually between like 40 and 50,000 waves perhaps, and then the farming starts around 80, 90,000 waves. I don't think Sayonara was ever good at gatekeeping significant information beside hero helmet. Yeah, and there's only so many things that you can figure out about this game, right? And, well, I think I wasn't playing around the worst part of it, perhaps. Maybe things were starting to change a little bit by the time I was joining in Sayonara. So I'm not sure, I can't talk about the time before I was in. Like, how was it bad? How bad was it? But yeah, hell mode builds have been a big part of that for sure. Come at me, Pajama. Come at me, bro. Come at me. Duel, 1L. Where's my luck now? Where's my drops? Do we have any news about the update? Any news about the developer? Is he alive? He hasn't replied to my latest one at all. Sorry, I missed the question from Moldas. Is it worth to upgrade workers and orc workers? No. Upgrading your workers, I have both of them at max. Your workers should be permanently on dark crystals. They give you absolutely 0 gold. Like, the amount they give is absolutely insignificant, and they give you exactly the same amount of dark crystals no matter what level they are, so there's no benefit in leveling them, unless you just want to see a max level in there. For orc workers, you will eventually get the money back that you invest in, but leveling them does not affect the amount of dust and crystals they farm for you, so it doesn't affect that, so it only affects the gold. And yeah, you will eventually get the gold back, but it's still gonna be so insignificant that it's ultimately up to you if you want to do it or not. What's wrong about gatekeeping information? Yes, there is a point, and of course you have to take into consideration that if there is a competitive aspect to the game. If you have some sort of information that the others don't have, then you can have advantage over others. And if, of course, if there's a competitive part, it's a good thing for you to have something the others don't. And hell mode is one of those. Like, if you have access to build that can potentially yield you much higher score than anyone else, then you can get much more red crystals, which you can only get through top 300 rankings in seasonal hell mode or seasonal waves. So yes, there is of course a reason, like an understandable part of that, why something should be gatekept. I am not personally, like, me as a player, I am not personally super interested in leaderboards. Like, of course, if I could hit top 1 in hell mode, yeah, that would be nice. Of course, I would make a video about it. But at the end of the day, it wouldn't really make me that much happier. So as long as I can get some rewards, I'm basically happy. So that's why for me, if I can share some sort of knowledge, I would love to do that, so that others might be able to find it useful as well. And when you share information with others, others can also take that information and use that to make things even better. You know, when you combine information between different players, you might end up creating something that's even better, stronger, faster, harder, you know. So there's also that part, which can be hurtful if you gatekeep too much and don't share ideas with others. The main issue with gatekeeping certain information is that gatekeeping is something you don't have to put effort into to figure out, just seems stupid. That is also true. And well, that has been an issue within Sayonara. Because, especially like the older players, I feel they haven't been keeping up with the game maybe enough, or the community enough, to actually, or at least some of the older players, to actually like realize that there is nothing to gatekeep anymore except the idea of gatekeeping information. And that is what I guess that is the core reason actually for this parting with Sayonara and SD. It's the principle, the idea of gatekeeping something that this doesn't exist anymore. This was my first one. I'm terrible at keeping count on this race. Pajama has 1E. There's 2L, there's 1L. Okay. Now I think we've been going through that for the past 30 minutes, 1 hour. I'll try to make a video with a better explanation, so people don't have to try and find that through this stream. But yeah, I think it's the biggest reason is when old ones have trouble adjusting to new reality. I think that happens in real life as well. Just look at the elderly people. They might struggle with today's community, with today's world in certain areas, and they might just refuse to change their waves or their views on how things work. So it's essentially the same, just within a video game. Should I upgrade my castle or heroes? You should upgrade both. You should upgrade your main damage dealer heroes. So whatever build you are using, you need to figure out usually between 4 to 5 units that you want to level up, and your castle. And the rest don't need to be leveled. If you are using Lightning and Town Archer build, for example, you can find the guild guide in the description. And you should only level up the damage dealers in there. Do you for me? What's the difference with Sky and SD? They are different guilds. 3L, let's go. Sky is blue, SD have a green leaf. That also. Unlucky, it really depends on your luck, how good items you have been able to get so far. Some might say you already have way more than enough defense, and you should just keep on waving now, but if you haven't been able to get any nice items, then for example I went to 55,000 defense total on Cloud Natsu, and after I got to 55,000 I haven't farmed Let's Say Dragon at all. Like, you don't have to get perfect items, you just need to get decent enough items that you can keep on going until you can start farming Bone Dragon. No, SD guild, so Saudade is the guild that is made by ex-Sayonara members. Currently 55,050 on Lesson Dragon. Ooh. Well, you can win this race, and you can go to 55555. And then you can be done. 100,000 defense for a nice number. 100,000 defense on Lesson Dragon is... it's way too much. But hey, I'm not stopping anyone who wants to do that though, of course. I can't believe guilds keep gatekeeping their passwords. Yeah, I know, right? That's just so bizarre. I had people disagree with me that 100,000 is too much for Let's Say Dragon. Whoa. Who are these people? Like, even I think that's too much. And I don't think that my 55,000 is too much yet on my alt account. But I think 100,000 on Let's Say Dragon is a bit overkill, because essentially everything you get will get replaced once you start farming Bone Dragon. Though not necessary. If you get the perfect L item, then of course you can use it forever. I still have L items in my build. This is third drop for me, I believe. But then again, if you really like farming, Dragon, some might say 1.2 million on Bone Dragon is a bit overkill, and I completely 100% agree with that. Of course, if there was something more difficult than Bone Dragon, I wouldn't be going for this high defense, but still, it's insane amount. it's insane amount. Reasonably, how many items I have kept in the last 500,000 defense? Not too many anymore, because once you get like the essentials, then you can only just min-max something here and there. $100,000 defense on Sin. That starts sound like some sort of a mental issue already. No offense. No offense. And also, I would highly question how that's been done. Doing Lesson Dragon every so often prevented me from quitting until I could do Bone Dragon, until I could smoke Bone. Yeah, I think that's a valid reason if you want to keep on doing. Like I said, if it gets you going, if it keeps you going, if you liked it farming, then by all means go. Hey Jiju, yo. And people who are racing, if you get something and you win the race, I don't see just then in that case spam it, because seems like my mind isn't completely in here right now. The instant another dragon drops, Bone is gonna become the new Legend Dragon. That is true. Yeah. That is true. And then people will look at people. The new people will look at people who have. That's 4 for me. I win this race, by the way. Let's go. People who have a million defense on Bone Dragon. What are these crazy people? Why would anyone do a million defense on Bone Dragon? When once there's a new dragon to farm. GG's. How to join my clan? You can apply to the new SD guild or the guilds through Discord. I will link the Discord server in chat. Once you join, you have the option to apply to the guild, depending, of course, what is your wave speed and so on. GG's. That was close one. That was close one. That was a quite long race as well. How many people currently have that role? Calypso has it, I believe. Is there anyone else who has it? I think I gave it to Callie at 500,000 bone defense, I believe. So I guess I should be reasonable and give it to others as well at 500,000 defense. So if you have 500,000 defense on Bone Dragon, you can get the role in my Discord. Just post the proof of that and tag me. Crit chance cooldown. What kind of item is it? Is the accessory or what? Oh, Burb and Herb have them as well. $125k until big powder. That is nice. That is one hell of a goal. That is one hell of a goal. Yeah, the only reason to go for Sin is, well, just get some basic gear to keep you going, and then just wave until 100,000 waves and start doing Blessed Dragon. DC the IQ with 10%, 2 seconds cooldown, and 25% IQ. Yeah, I would be the happiest Crowcastle on Earth. Crowcastler on Earth. Yo, Maddie, yo, fellow SD member. How are you enjoying the new guild so far? How are you doing? You guys want to do another race? Because I'm down for another one. Crit chance is pretty much good for any damage dealer. If you have double cooldown accessory, then that's good for Smith or Chrono most likely, if it's double percentage cooldowns. Unless you don't have any double cooldowns yet, then you want it for Pure Wizard and Necromancer. But if you have a double cooldown with flat cooldown already on both of those, then it goes for Smith and Chrono. Here's Maddie. So basically when you go through the guilds, you can probably recognize all the names from Sayonara guilds. Kazama, you want to do another race? You need that bone, right? Oh, 2 double cooldown close together yesterday. Congrats. Yeah, that was a nice day. Nice farming day. Okay, let's go again. Third race with the same rules. 5 L items, 4 E items. If you want to join, feel free to do so. We'll start in 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, Maddie. Okay. As you can probably assume, a lot of people have been interested to hear what happened in here today as well. And I have probably given a really horrible explanation. Because I hadn't really planned a speech. And personally, I don't even think I know everything. I wasn't really at the center of all this happening. But essentially, it's the same thing that happened with Hellfire and Sayonara and Sayonara and SD now. Same thing essentially. People having a little bit of infighting mainly. Well, Kali was involved, I can say that much. And some others. But I think like the main thing is just that the old views could not adapt to the present day. The old views and values of the guild. And I guess it kinda is true that, oh my lord, the bigger they are, the harder they fall in a way. Is the next guild's name going to be even more depressed? I don't know, we might go a full circle and we might go to something, I don't know. Well, I guess Hellfire is a little bit depressive as well. No. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Let's hope we can keep things... like, essentially keep the guild as a place where those people want to have fun and chill. You know. This is 1 for me. 1E. Did I just get 2 IQ items back to back and this one is a staff, but where is the cooldown lines? A lot of people must have been upset, and I guess it's also a lot of people as well following others just for the, you know. Like I said, personally for me, when the people that I want to play with most, that I respect most and have had most interactions with, when they leave, it leaves a very little reason for me to stay. So I guess that's also the reason for others, for many others as well. Next name should be something like Lancelot, I'm 14 and this is the... We can start by going through Linkin Park songs or something like that. We have an almost endless supply of names. See you, Camp. Thank you for stopping by again. It didn't matter. Ah. I wasn't upset. I had no idea why we left. It's like you say, hey, there's a lot of people heading to that direction. I must follow them. I know that guy. I'm gonna follow him. He knows what he's doing. And then there's just enough people follows. But yeah, yeah. The big reason is, or was, the old views, the old management, and like keeping like we went before in here, like gatekeeping information that can't be gatekept, like all the videos, all the account reviews and stuff I have done, I had permission from the players to do that, and I had permission from Sayonara as well to do the account reviews. But there was a person in Sayonara, an old player in Sayonara, who wasn't happy about those, and he saw them as leaking build information outside Sayonara, and that's just not, it's just not present day Crow Castle. Maybe it was relevant in the past, but it's not relevant in present day Crow Castle, and the inability to see that makes change impossible within. That is the huge drama. That was third item for me. I'm on a roll. I'm gonna win this one. Pajama? Where's your drops? $150 defense left till 55555. Yikes. You need to get lucky now, my friend. You need to get lucky. Also, there might be more to it than I even know, because like I said, I wasn't really at the center of things. And that's 4 is. Congratulations, Laku, for winning a race. Let's go. That's a quadruple elemental avatar accessory as well. I just want double stun slow or stun +1 summon. Yeah, me too. Me too. GG's. Exactly. Exactly, Maddie, exactly. And yeah, I'm sure it had a place in the game 4 years ago, for example. Like, of course, if there's a competitive aspect, and if you can have more information than others, then of course you have an advantage over those players, but it's just not something that is really relevant in the present day. And the builds that maybe Sayonara is gatekeeping are not even the best builds anymore anyway. So what is the point of gatekeeping information when there's even better information available out there, and everyone else knows that. Cannoneer is not really great right now. Let's see if the next update changes things in terms of balance or not. Yeah, and of course, when things like Sayonara is a big, or was a big guild, and it has grown over time a lot. And initially, it was a place where, like, well, 20 people left Hellfire, or not even 20 people, like 10 people left Hellfire to create a new place where they could chill, have fun, and compete. And of course, things have evolved a lot since then. There's no need to gatekeep info when we can just bother Camp for noise. Camp should start a channel. Create builds, create information, informative videos. UD is in chill mode? It does seem so as well, yeah. Sayonara still exists, and like I said, I have personally nothing against Sayonara, and I don't think anyone leaving the guild has anything against the Sayonara or the guilds itself. And I hope we can see Sayonara in the leaderboards. It's currently in 9th place, and it will be interesting to see how things develop after this season. Like, this is the very first season. In the beginning of this season, we all went to SD. And this is the first season for these guilds, so it will be an interesting next few seasons to see how things develop. But we do plan on competing for the top spots, obviously. If you want to join in, you are free to do so. You can apply in our Discord or in the SD Discord. I will link it in the chat. There are those players who just want to do it. Yeah, there's a lot of those players also. The old school OG members as well. Maybe they are in waving mode. If we take a look at Bam, for example, the top 1 player in the leaderboard, Bamboozle, he's been playing the game for so long, I don't think there's anything really exciting for the game, in the game for himself anymore, except just doing more waves. So not sure if he cares about doing much more than just keep on waving. There's really no reason for him to do anything else. More defense before I say goodbye to this Legend Dragon. Let me know if you get any drops during those 55 defense. Do you guys have any plans for this week? Like I said, there will be a new video out tomorrow, which I would absolutely love if you would check out. I will, of course, post in the Discord as well. And after that, the rest of the week, I will be mostly AFK. It's gonna be the Midsummer Fest in Finland, so I plan on, you know, relaxing for the weekend. And then get back to the grind on Monday again. The last 555 was so dry. Yikes. Well, at least you now have a perfect number, as long as you never accidentally ruin it. Right? Apexus is a nice guild. I agree. Can you check, is Nacho waving right now? That is not, I don't have it visible in here right now. Is Nacho up and running? Everyone should join. If you want to join Apexus, you can join through DMing Pajama in my Discord, for example. It is? Okay, yeah, that's great. The movie Midsommar, I'm not sure. I don't think so. Let me Google. Sounds Swedish. I don't think I've seen that. Is it good? It's a horror movie? But yeah, it's exactly that time of the year right now. Nacho is alive. That is great. Doesn't camp just literally mean like a battle? It's like a horror thriller? Well, I haven't seen the movie, but I do hope that my Midsummer will be more pleasant experience. I do hope the weather gets a little bit better. Today, for example, it's been rather cold, and it's been raining non-stop the whole day. Let's just hope, like, yeah. I don't have issues the weather being rainy now, as long as it just clears out during for the weekend. Apexus is essentially a top 50 guild. It's like hovering just around the top 50 mark. See ya, Nidic. See ya. Have a great dinner. Hope you have something yummy. Ah, yeah. Figured as much. But yeah, in Crowcastle terms, camp is a very positive term for Crowcastle players. Oh, we are so close to 1.2 million defense. So close. Let's see. Nemesis promised 1.2 million DCDI Gustav. We shall see. We are about to witness and find out if that is the truth or not. Oh yeah, 18,000 Dark Elves should be enough for healing, yes. And you of course can have Smith in as well. And that means you can now just focus on leveling your damage dealers and make your build faster. And for dragon builds, for those if you are in mid game, you can in certain situations you can take these shortcuts in the skill tree for dragon build, just like you might be able to do in IC build as well. Like for example, if you use physical heroes and lightning heroes, for example, which Cloud Nacho is using, you can go from ice tree to poison tree through the shortcut if you don't have a poison damage dealer, in order to get the sword node in here faster and the defense nodes in here faster. So in certain situations you can take the shortcut in that way. Of course, you don't want to take the shortcut if it's of an element that you are using to actually dealing damage. But apart from the elemental skill trees that your heroes need for the dragon build, the most important thing in the other skill trees are the sword nodes. When you hit 1.2 million defense, you're gonna get a B-grade item. That would be hilarious. How would you guys see if there, like, how would you think if there was, like, certain milestones, like, regarding a defense of a dragon that would give you some sort of a guaranteed drop? Nothing, maybe nothing too crazy, but like, let's say if you hit 50,000 Legendary Dragon defense, you would get a guaranteed double cooldown item, for example, as a drop at that exact defense. I think if that was done properly, it could be quite nice. Is my alert box working? Did we get a notification from Dan subscribing? Let me renew that. I don't see anything on screen when I do that. That is a bit weird. That is a bit weird indeed. I'm reviving this old kind of side project. No Crystal Heroes yet. Yeah, Crystal Heroes are not that old of a thing. They weren't a thing when I started playing again. And before they were added, you should always focus on the castle parts first. But now, since the Crystal Heroes were added, you should do the heroes first and only then focus on the castle parts. What happened to Chappie? Chappie, there was an accident that resulted in him losing his life. Which was a huge loss. In general, of course, but also for the Crow Castle community as well. Can't find anything wrong with the alert box, but we'll see. If there's anyone watching who hasn't subscribed to me yet, hit the subscribe button. Let me see if it works. If we get the sound notification or not. Maybe a slightly higher probability of E items after certain defense is reached. That, yes, and yes. We have been asking that. Let's see if we can get that or not. I have recommended something like that for the developer, and others have as well. So yeah, that would be amazing. It would be amazing to feel somehow rewarded for all the hard work you do. And like, well, 1 million defense is quite a lot of work. Even with the kill time that I have right now, it takes a long while to do 1 million. Yeah, he was a great guy, and he was also quite often present in chat in here as well when I was live. He also streamed a little bit in Twitch, Crowcastle as well. On Twitch at least a couple of times. If you lose to getting overrun, then you have to focus on getting a little bit more crowd control unit lines for your heroes. You probably need a bit more knockback, stun, slow, all of those will help. If you are not double proccing your Ice Wizard, so Ice Wizard's cooldown should be less than Pure Wizard cooldown, that can also help you if you can get that done. But that also requires cooldown items, so depending if you have those or not. Yeah, they could do that. Also, one of my ideas that I suggested as a possible would be to make the Strange Key to evolve. So the more you farm, the higher bonuses it would give. The best status you can give to a monster is dead. That is also true. If you're getting overrun, you maybe need some more power. More power. So what happened to Sayonara again? Okay, how do I squeeze it in one sentence? People left to create a new guild or set of guilds for because of reasons. Thus, the majority of people moved from Sayonara to SD starting from this season, so that we can have a fresh start, we can implement the changes that we think that are needed to make the place and the game more enjoyable and fun. And if possible, of course, drama-free. I haven't personally played the Tower, no. I have seen some clips about the game. The main reason I haven't played it is I haven't found it visually attracting to me, like personally. Warsam, we went through about that for, I think, for the first hour and a half of the stream almost. So if you wanna recap, you can go through this stream. I'll try to make a video at some point, like a little bit more rehearsed explanation. What do you think of the new competition in the leaderboard with the new big guilds like Sky coming along too? I think I would love to hear other people's opinions as well. But I think personally, like, yes, I do enjoy seeing our guild at the top right now. But I don't think I would love to see our guild at the top every single season from now on. And if there's competition, if there's some, you know, variation, I think it's better for the health of the game. Like, I think it should be a thing to see, like, different guilds being at the top. And I think that's how this game essentially should be played. I do enjoy this fresh start. Oh yeah, we will, of course, we will have Apexus at the one push will happen any day now, right? But I think more competition and more changes in the leaderboard structure is just good for the health of the game overall. And I would love the game to live long. It's a pretty old game, but I would love it to see it live much longer still. Just need to wait for Hammy to get DH5. Okay, between you and me, Pajama, do you think that will ever happen? Just between you and me. No one else is in this conversation. No one will know. This is a safe space. Yes, you can play this game on PC, for example, using BlueStacks. I do have an older video about BlueStacks and setting up hotkeys for it. Of course, you can use other emulators as well than BlueStacks. Also, like LD Player and Nox and so on. I'm currently using BlueStacks. Or you can just use the Google Play games. Does the Google Play... I still haven't tried to download it. Does it... Like, you can set up hotkeys in there as well, right? Hey, Lucifer. Maybe in 20 years. I think that's pretty reasonable. Wait, do hamsters survive 20 years? We might have an issue, Pajama. We are currently 415 defense away from 1.2 million. So we'll get there, and then it's time to do 6 more weapons in crafting as again. We have almost 60 crystals. You've been yapping. I don't know what you do, but it seems to be working. That is quite amazing. Hey Hianu, welcome. Sausage as the Saudade, Saudade, SD guild. What do you want to call it? Hey Ibrahim, how you doing? Well, let's see how much of that changes once the dust settles, Roxanne, because right now, like a lot of people, like we have already many SD guilds, so it's might turn out to be a similar thing. But let's just hope that it will be a similar thing without the negative parts. Well, personally, I use quite a little of hotkeys. I just use 3 different buttons to start the battle and spacebar to cast chrono, and the rest I use with my mouse. But I know a lot of people farm by completely using only their keyboard to play. It's up to your personal preference, of course. Have a good day as well, my friend. Kira. Let's see, where's the diamond? There is the diamond. Hey mate, how you doing? How is the new guild by the drops going? The drops haven't been that much better, but I have kept 2 items. which is more than usually. So I guess it's kind of working. I'm doing the free-to-play Lightning Archers build, so I see you said to not use the Tesla anymore. Yes, that is correct. The Thunder Towers were great until the last big update, which just changed essentially how the mirror works, and now you just can't get 3 of them anymore. So you just can't get 2, and even though they can use items now, their performance still dropped. So it's just better to now ignore them and focus on your Town Archers instead. I do have the updated videos linked in the description box. And also I've been following that path with my latest alt account, which you might have spotted on my channel. The newest video on that account will be out tomorrow. Do you know about the 2 new characters? I don't know anything else except how they look like. Like, I have no further information. They were named, the image names were Ignis and Tinker. I guess. Not Thinker, but Tinker. So everything else is up to speculation. Yeah, it's, well, it depends what you consider gold. It's rainy currently, so it's probably around like maybe 15 Celsius. So rather cold. Yeah, what Pajama said, and also it's just like by the test in beta, just dropping the same amount of gold in Town Archers instead of Thunder Towers. After the update, it just yielded better results even when the Town Archers were not using any kind of items. So yeah, little reason to use the towers when TA is just so completely cracked right now. Saudade. Saudade. Hey Sun Emperor. Hello, how you doing? Welcome. Yeah, 2 new characters. Yeah, the images were posted in by the developer in Discord. So we know that much at least is coming. We do not know the date yet, and we don't know all the details yet. I would recommend checking out the free Auto Battle build in the description. I will also link it in the chat for you as well. I would recommend starting with that. Under 200 defense left until 1.2. Din 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 din. What do you think? Will I be getting... By the way, do I still have the Dragon Race pinned? I can't unpin it. What the heck? Oh well. I have 2 hours free auto battle. Try saving them. You can use just free auto battle and save your hours if you can. You will need them later. Just don't use them yet. You will find much better use for them after a little while. Just use the wordless coin treasure and you can use free auto battle instead. Less than 150 defense. Yikes. Lots of retired folks in top 10 gamblers. Agreed. A lot of crazy gamblers as well. Are there any races you recommend? You can find also in the linked free auto battle build video, you can see recommended races for the units in there as well. What shall I do with ours? Save them. You can use them for Infinite Colony, to use auto battle in Infinite Colony a bit later. You don't really need to focus on that just yet. But also you will need, or you want to have quite a lot of them once you are reaching mid-game, so it's just better to just save them. A good character to get to 10,000 with diamonds first is Pure Wizard and Dark Necromancer. It doesn't really make any difference, they don't get any additional stats, but you want to start with something that you use in every build, because you can then use green orbs on those heroes. And Pure Wizard and Necromancer should be in every single build that you use. So it's the safest way to start with those. But just focus on one at a time. Get it to 10,000 and then do the next one to 10,000 and so on. Yeah, Necromancer is completely fine. What in the Infinite Colony? So what I meant is when you go to Infinite Colony and you start the battle, there will be an auto battle option in the bottom right corner right here. Like if I start this battle, there is a crossed sword icon in here. So if you have the hours, then you can use time auto battle to use like auto battle in the Infinite Colony. I can't win this like this, obviously. This is dragon build. But there's also colony builds linked in the description as well for the same build. So nice. Let's say dragon in under 25 seconds is a really nice, that's a really fast kill for your wave level. Yeah, I've been saving up for a long time. I haven't been spent. I should be spent. Like my plan was to get the DC Daiku staff, and then I will go full focus on waving, and I do some season with tab. I try to do maybe land in top 10 if possible. We'll see. I don't have oranges, so I can't really make up with those. But it hasn't happened, so I've been just saving. So where I get it is with red crystals, because I have a lot of red crystals. I can buy 10 hours every week from the market. It costs 50 red crystals. So yeah, I've been just trying to save. Save. Uh-oh, we have a wild donut in chat. Everyone behave. Act normally. We will be fine. It should be friendly. Unless it's hungry. I have recently posted 2 videos about Infinite Colony. First one was about my main account in Infinite Colony, and second one was about my alt accounts in Infinite Colony for mid-game. You can find them as the most recent videos on my channel if you want to check those. It currently looks like this, my main Infinite Colony. I had Mechanic Ram in here in the video instead of Goblin, but I've been trying Goblin as well. Both can work. But yeah, there are videos going through the builds, the skill trees and all in my most recent videos. I would recommend those. Okay, 2 more kills, and then we are at 1.2 million defense. So are you ready? Nemesis promised 1.2 million DCDI Gustav, so this should be a DCDI Gustav. Din din, din din, din din, din din. And that was a fat lie. Alice over 0, do you mean solar? Yeah, it makes me not having to level up my Dark Elf as much. What do you think of Cursed Orb on Dark Elf? On Dark Elf, you want to use the Crit Chance Orb. It's the best for your consistent healing. Okay, so 1.2 million defense. Oh, I'm not believing that. 1 second, Donut. Not 1 second. Let's try. Technically, there's still chance. If it's within the next 6 crafts with our white crystals, then it's technically at 1.2 million. Let's see if that happens or not. Nope. Also nope. Also, these are horrible items. Damage, lightning damage, damage heal level, also nope. I know what I said, Pajama. I mean, this item with a proper E-line would be something I would probably keep, right? With Lightning Mastery, I don't need this item. Just don't get 4 crit chance lines. It's easy. This is a starter Dark Elf item. Everything else is useless but the +1 arrow, which is the best line for Dark Elf. So even without anything else, this would be better than not having a +1 arrow on Dark Elf. Yeah, the double knockback sword is something you should keep if you don't have those yet. You will need a lot of double cooldown items, always keep. Items with stun, slow, and knockback. If you have a combination with at least 2 line of those, keep them, unless you know better. You will need a lot of those as well. But at this point, yeah, I do have quite a few of those already. And that was a bad one as well. Well, we still have 500 dust, so... Now let's break this beautiful even 1.2 million number. Maybe it's this one. No, it isn't. Wow. Okay, let's get one more E item and then I will be done for today. Any questions so far? Anything you want to know right now? Donut, donut, donut. But wait, you can farm XP dungeon, right? Just get an E-sword. Just get the rune. Laku always gets the items he wants in double the defense required to get on average. And since DCDI Gustav is 1 in 2 million defense, he should get it in 4 million. Let's hope not. Oh, at 100,000 waves, you already start to have a decent chance to be in 2 different trees, sort of. Of course, depends which trees. But that was a really good change from the past. The amount of skill points you earn early on was changed a couple of years ago. And Should it be adjusted even further? I'm not sure, maybe. But that was a really good update when it came. Don't worry about dungeons yet. You don't have to worry about dungeons before you... Well, before you can start doing Legendary Dragon, to be honest. Or before you are at least on 10, 20,000 waves. You don't need anything from the dungeons before you have at least some decent items. But you should use a dragon build to farm dragons, and you can use the same build to farm dungeons. There's also a dragon build linked in the description box as well. And you should use that same build for dungeons. Save your best item for the new characters and money too. Well, money is not an issue because we can always reset the heroes with reset tickets, and I do have quite a few saved up, so that's fine. But about items, we shall see. And don't listen to Pajama. Dungeons are important, but you need good items first, and then you just after that you need the runes from the dungeons. Okay, this is the last e-drop from Bone Dragon of the day. We kept two items today, which is nice, more than usually. Which also means okay. Let's find out how many items can I currently hold before my inventory is full. Let's find out. I'm just going to be keeping all the A tier items until we are at max. At least 2. So 3 now. 4. Oh, more than I expected. Wow. Don't have time for dungeon. Bone just speaks to me something. Understandable. Okay. That was the limit. So 5. Okay, 5 slots. Alrighty. Let's just get rid of these. There we go. Join SD. I have a command for the SD Discord server as well. The first link is for my personal Discord server, and the second one is for the guild. Oh, alrighty, I think I've yapped enough. Let's see, if I have the time on the wheel, I will do some sort of a video about Sayonara situation. But we went through all, basically. That should be went through in this stream already. But we'll see. But once again, a new video tomorrow. I would love if you would check it out. Means a lot to me. So thank you very much for being in here. I'm gonna be heading out now, and I will see you again stream wise, I think next week, because again I will be away from home for this weekend, so we shall see after I'm back. But yep, thank you very much. It was a pleasure to chat with all of you again, and long live Saudade. Have a nice day, have a nice week, and bye bye my friends. Bye bye.